Good morning, afternoon, evening, wrestling fans. Hello. Welcome. It's the man they call Meathead. This is a special Sunday edition of PWR Today. Joining me today, whenever you're listening to this, is Linda Kay. Good morning, Linda. Or good afternoon, or good evening. I don't know what time it is.
Yes. Well, it's Sunday.
Ooh, can I do one? Sunday,
Yes.
Sunday, Sunday. Big Daddy Downgarden's going to flip around. Linda, we're recording this early, right? You know, the night people are out. I have way too much energy for this, don't I?
A little meathead in your cup? Wait.
I don't know what kind of... Ooh, is it time for Sunday brunch? Are we over at Vince's house right now?
Well, I mean, this makes sense because of the Mimosa Mayhem that's coming up with
Mimosa Mayhem.
AEW.
I feel like that was a female pay-per-view.
Oh. Yeah, no. But anyways, yes, we got a special edition today. This is very exciting.
Special edition, absolutely. We're going to be talking NXT Takeover XXX. Not a ton of matches on it. It was about a 2-hour show, right? 2 and some change.
Yeah.
Let's talk about NXT Takeover now. Let's run down the matches real quick, and we'll kind of go into each match. Pre-show, we had it was like a triple team match. It was Breezango beating Oney Lorcan and Danny Burch, and Legado del Fantasma to become the #1 contenders for the NXT Tag Team Championship. You know, honestly, I haven't seen Breezango win much lately. They've been out there doing what they do, but this is nice to see them actually win something that means something. So they're the #1 contenders for the Tag Team Championships. Your thoughts?
Well, it's great. I mean, you know, they were gone for a while and they came back making their awesome entrances, and then, you know, them getting Fandango getting hurt, and now they have this little edge to them. No pun intended. Nothing with edge, the Rated R Superstar edge, but they've got a new edge to them that, you know, it's nice to see, just because they've always, you know, been more goofy and fun-loving, and we know that both of them are very talented stars, so it's nice for them to showcase a different thing to them.
It was weird because Johnny Curtis, Fandango, had been sent up to the big show, and you know, had that great WrestleMania match with Chris Jericho. Tyler Breeze had been sent up to SmackDown, and the Prince of Pretty. It didn't really work for both of them. Then they met up together and became Breezango. And then they went down to NXT, even though it's technically not down anymore. They went over to NXT, and they kind of found their niche again. So glad to see that they won a match that means something. So that's great. Hey, Breezango, you're #1 tag team contenders.
Yeah, right on. We don't, you know, get the fashion police stuff so much anymore. It's more serious, and I like that. We get to see them.
Yeah, absolutely. The opening match of the big show, Finn Balor defeating Timothy Thatcher. Little side funny story. I went into panic mode. I sent Damien the preview tape that aired on the big show this last week on Thursday with Shane and Dave and Damien. And I said, oh, crap. I said that Finn Balor would be showing up, and then he lost the ladder match, so I got to give you a new video. Well, he had a match anyway. So Finn Balor defeats Timothy Thatcher on the opening match of TakeOver. Your thoughts on the Balor-Thatcher match?
I mean, I thought it was a nice, strong opener. It's always great to see Finn Balor open NXT pay-per-view, just because he's one of the big faces of NXT, if you will. And Timothy Thatcher, he's definitely grown on me. I really didn't know too much about him, but the whole thing with him and Matt Riddle really shined a light on him, I think, to everybody, just to show, you know, just how much, here we go, grit he has, but also just his technical background. Like, he's good, and I love the vignettes that they've been showing with him and his students. Yeah, I wasn't really sure which way they were going to go with this one, but it was nice to see Finn Balor with the win, just because I want to see more done with him too. It's like, it seems like Balor gets pulled in a lot of different directions. He was, you know, possibly going to be in that North American title ladder match, but he wasn't anymore. So I'm glad he got to have a match at TakeOver 30. But will there be more between the two of them? I wouldn't mind it.
Yeah, and we'll talk about PWR draft points when we get to the end of this real quick. Damian Priest is the winner of the 5-man ladder match to become the new NXT North American champion. A couple of high spots in here. I love the spot with Bronson Reed with Candice LeRae on top of his back, landing on top of Johnny Gargano. So it was a splash with Bronson Reed on Gargano, with Candice Lee having to watch as she's falling helplessly, holding on to Bronson Reed. That was a pretty amazing spot.
Yeah, absolutely. They used Bronson Reed a lot in a lot of the big or high spots. For example, remember when they were all in the corner of the ring with all the ladders and he came in with the big splash? That was cool to see. And, I was rooting for Bronson Reed. They've been really showcasing him a lot lately, and I thought he'd be, coming out on top as the surprise winner. But Damian Priest, they've got a lot of, I want to say smoke behind him. No, not smoke, that's the right word.
Investment.
But, yes.
Heat.
So I thought going into the match it would come down to either one of them, and Damian Priest with the win. But he's a high flyer, and we got Johnny Gargano, Johnny Wrestling, showcasing how versatile he is in the ring. So and then Cameron Grimes, it's quite hilarious. He's growing on me as well, and just to see them all their interaction, I thought it was a great match. I thought so, and then seeing Candice in there to interfere a bit and with that splash we talked about, that was fun to see as well. So, kudos to Damian Priest.
I was going to say the 5 contenders in the match was Gargano, Velveteen Dream, you had Cameron Grimes, you had Bronson Reed, and the winner, Damian Priest. Now, I've always been a big Damian Priest guy. I wondered what they were going to do with him. I think he's got big size, and I think he can talk. It was a little weird to me because I didn't think it fit the Damian Priest we've been given. But he goes, "Oh, you want to talk to me about my title win? First, we're going to celebrate." There was a hot tub literally around the corner from his car, and he jumped right in and was drinking with the girls, which is cool. But I didn't think it fit Damian Priest.
Yes, and I'm glad you brought that up because we've seen him to be more, I don't want to say sadistic, but that darkness to him, with fire and archery. But now that they are kind of turning that leaf on him and him being more of a face, the hot tub, very random, I must say. Like you said, I didn't realize he now had a Hummer either because he had a different vehicle.
Well, he had a hot tub, so of course that was going to happen. Wait a minute. What day is this today? I shouldn't have said that. It is Sunday. I apologize.
Oh, okay. But that was surprising. That made me pop, but then I really didn't think much about how that really didn't fit with Priest's current character. But hey, I mean, things can switch in a flash, so.
We didn't know what we were going to get out of Adam Cole and Pat McAfee. First off, let's talk highlights.
Okay.
Pat McAfee looks legitimate, physically speaking. He looks legit in that ring. He looks like he belongs. He looks bigger, obviously, compared to Adam Cole. Adam Cole will fight this for the rest of his life, let alone his career. Adam Cole's small. He's a little guy that fights a big style. And it's not like a little guy like Rey Mysterio who fought a heavyweight style and became bigger. Adam Cole, I don't see him putting more mass on. He's going to be a little guy that fights the big man style. And that's going to be how he is. And I'm fine with Adam Cole, and I like Adam Cole.
Baby.
Adam Cole's a star, absolute star, and he belongs. I mean, he's done his time in NXT. I really think he needs to go up to Raw or SmackDown and start working those guys. Right. Pat McAfee can talk the game, and I'll be completely honest with you, the superplex. I popped huge for that because you know what? Not only did he run, not only did he jump up on the... Pat McAfee came to work.
Absolutely. I mean, I was watching it just thinking he has to have, I don't know about growing up watching wrestling, but at least for a long time, just from knowing, for this being his first televised match, just everything, his facials, his talk, like you said, his swag. I know he was doing a few Ric Flairs in the ring, but just everything. And then obviously him surprising everybody with his moves and how well he was executing everything. I mean, like you said, the flips, that vertical onto the top rope that led into that superplex as well. Yeah, everything. I was highly impressed. Impressed.
It was an amazing match for what it was going to be. If Adam Cole would have lost to Pat McAfee, I think Adam Cole would have been done. But Adam Cole had to have that win over Pat McAfee, and he did. I don't know how it benefits Adam Cole, though. That match showcased Pat McAfee, 100%.
Right. Well, I mean, do we know if McAfee's going to stay on longer? I mean, he obviously has put some time training, and they did mention how Baron Corbin and him used to be roommates, and how he must have. I mean, they didn't really say that he helped train him, but I mean, obviously, Pat McAfee has got some potential as a professional wrestler in WWE. Um, yeah, I don't know. We'll see. It definitely raised his pedestal,
Well,
if
here's the
you
thing.
will.
He retired from the NFL, and he's only 33 years old.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Punter of the decade for the
Right.
2010s. Okay.
Yes.
But 33, maybe there is time for him in this career. Maybe he retired because of body issues, whatever it was. But if he wanted it, he can go out there and earn it, and he can go get it. You know, Triple H was very clear when he was on ESPN. He said, look, Pat McAfee, for, you know, growing up being a wrestling fan, whatever it is, he's still an outsider. I mean, if you legit went to Triple H and said, you know what, I'm willing to work on this. I think I want to do this, and I want to put in the work to do it. I'm pretty sure they'd find a spot for him.
They can always put him against Gronk, but that just seems a little bit too
Yeah.
set up. If so, you know, he already. That I mean, that if they would have brought him in to something with Gronk, like say if it was like around WrestleMania, then it'd been like okay, a little bit too gimmicky.
Yeah.
But
Way
putting
too
him
gimmicky.
against Adam Cole right off the bat and him being able to showcase what he did tonight or last night was great.
Because, I mean, let's really talk about this. Most wrestlers, a lot of them were NFL players at some point, played football somewhere. Football players, when they were in the off season, had to get another job, and a lot of them wrestled.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, so it was a natural progression. I don't think
Can
any
I just
punters.
mention? Yeah. Oh yeah, punter too. I mean, not saying anything. It's just usually. I mean, I don't know of any other former punters that are in professional wrestling, but
Yeah.
I just wanted to give a shout out to former Green Bay Packer AJ Hawk for making an appearance.
Did you want to see a spot from AJ Hawk? I mean, to see him do something.
Yes, I did. I mean, it made me think back to WrestleMania 11 when we had Reggie
Super
White.
Bowl champion AJ Hawk.
Yes, that too. But yeah, it just made me think back to WrestleMania 11, the LT Bam Bam Bigelow match, and seeing Reggie White
was
out
in
there.
that too, wasn't he?
Yeah, Reggie. So was McMichael while he was
Steve
with the
McMichael,
Packers.
obviously. Mongo was a Four Horsemen.
But when he was with the Packers, that was during the time with WrestleMania 11. So
sure,
it was just
absolutely.
So, anyways, I just made me think of Packers.
It was fun.
But anyways, yes,
it was absolutely fun.
But anyways, great match, and you know, Adam Cole came out with the win, as we said, but looks like Pat McAfee is the one who stood out more, I guess.
I think so. I think it really showcased him. The NXT Women's Championship was on the line with Io Shirai taking on Dakota Kai. A lot of shenanigans in this match with Raquel Gonzalez. However, Io Shirai perseveres and keeps her NXT Women's Championship. What I liked, PWR draft point wise, is my girl Rhea Ripley showed up at the end to make sure everything was copacetic.
Yeah, well, that's good for you.
But I mean, the match, Linda.
The match. You know, I thought it was good. I felt that Io Shirai was going to retain, so it wasn't too surprising to me. You know, I thought Raquel Gonzalez would interfere, you know, when she did, but ended up still being to Io Shirai's favor in the end. And then seeing Rhea Ripley come up, that was really cool to see their stare down, and obviously they'll have something they're going to be working on together soon. But, you know, while Io Shirai was celebrating, we saw Rhea Ripley standing in the shadows. So obviously she's still on the hunt for that title as well.
I think so.
Yeah.
And then the main event, Karrion Kross defeats Keith Lee to become the new NXT champion. I like the match. Okay, let me preface the positive here. I like the match. I like what Karrion Kross is doing. I think Keith Lee is an amazing talent as well. However, that main finish, the pinfall, the final move before the pinfall, anticlimactic to me. I really thought Pat McAfee's superplex was way more impressive. Karrion Kross has really got some steam, but that match to me didn't add to it at all. Yes, now you got people, you know, you got her girl, Scarlett, you know, mouthing the words, bow down and pray or whatever it is, and they have fireballs, and he's got a really intense look, but that match didn't do anything to add to it.
Well, I mean, leading up to the finish, I mean, Karrion Kross did do his Doomsday Saito suplex, which should automatically crush his competitor and he should get the win.
Right.
And Keith Lee kicked out of it. All right. And then
Right.
when Keith Lee did his spirit bomb, his spirit power bomb, and then Kross kicked out of that, I was like, okay, where is this gonna go? Because I thought Keith Lee was gonna retain. Like I wasn't really sure leading up to it, just because Keith Lee just won that NXT championship and he just relinquished that North American title. So
A month ago.
that's like they've got to keep the title in him for a while, at least, leading up to Survivor Series, maybe. That's what I was thinking. I mean, with Karrion
I can help explain that a little bit. So I thought about this. And
Okay.
Really what I think the deal is look, Keith Lee can always say he was the first ever North American and NXT champion. They'll never be able to take that away from him.
Right.
Karrion Kross is the new hot thing. Keith Lee could actually be the one that goes to Raw or SmackDown. I don't know how much more he's going to go after Karrion Kross.
Right. I didn't even think about that, but I was reading something a while back ago about, I mean, I don't know if it's true because, because everything on the internet, we don't know if it's true or not, that they were in talks of putting him onto the main roster, but he didn't want to yet because he wanted to stay with his lady, Mia Yim, in NXT. So I don't know if he declined and they just had to, shift everything.
I mean, as far as decline, I mean, that's one thing. They could tell him he's going, and they can go from that route too. But also, speaking of a guy that declined really to be on the main roster, Tommaso Ciampa returning to TV this Wednesday as well. That's the promo that we got tonight.
Yeah, that's my guy. Team Long
That is our guy, yep.
Well, our guy is PWR and a nice Wisconsin. Well,
Milwaukee.
Yes.
Yeah, Milwaukee. Algonquin for the good land.
Yes. He's also on the team. But anyways, getting that second Doomsday Saito suplex off the second rope, like it happened, and I honestly thought Keith Lee was going to kick out of it again because in my mind he was going to retain, and then when he didn't, I was like, oh, but the audience of the talent, which was still at the Performance Center, but silence.
Yeah, this was at Full Sail on this one.
Or Full Sail, excuse me, but silence. So, all right, everyone was pretty shocked too, but we got to put in those surprising moments here and there. Yeah. Can't always go what everyone thinks is going to happen. So, overall, seeing the fire in the end and all those promos with Metallica playing, okay, those ruled. So
those absolutely ruled because one, we're Metallica fans. Two, it's one of their best newer songs. Mm-hmm. I love it.
Yes. And then them playing Frantic, that promo, playing that
tick-tock.
Yeah, which made perfect sense. That kind of made me think, like, oh, can Karrion Kross have a shot? He absolutely did.
Yeah, I popped for those two, actually. Those reminded me, one of the best ones I've seen in the last 20-some years was the Limp Bizkit one between Rock and Austin. Just one moment, where they had that whole 5-minute package with the song playing over the background.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah. So that's what this build was with the frantic tick tick tock and the moth into the flame. Oh,
yes.
Or moth into flame. Excuse me. When James starts singing. When James starts singing, you don't know where his words are going to end because it always ends with cha.
On a side note, Metallica Drive-In is next weekend. Just so you know, we can talk about that off air, but
we can talk about that off air.
Yes,
absolutely.
Yes.
All right. All right. So NXT 30 in the books. Let's do a quick PWR draft update. Here's how the points kind of shook out today. The points were scored. There was points scored by all of us, actually, except for Linda K. Dave Hero with 110 points from NXT Takeover 30. He had a NXT appearance, match, win, and title win out of Karrion Kross. Now, technically, he had a NXT appearance, match, title, and then a loss for 5 points. So the Keith Lee points that he lost were taken over, obviously, by the Karrion Kross win. So David Hero with 110 points. Damian Nelson and Andrew Baydala. Andrew scoring this pay-per-view because he scored nothing at Extreme Rules. Damian and Andrew both scoring 55 points, both having appearance / match / wins. And then finally, Linda, I had no expectations to make points out of this pay-per-view. Okay? None. I didn't have any of my people wrestling? I'm like, cool, whatever. We'll take care of it at SummerSlam. I got 45 points. I just literally, it's like finding money in your pocket that you didn't know was there. Oh, look, a $20 bill. I found 45 points. I found Drew McIntyre. I found Rhea Ripley, and I found Bailey. They just showed up at the pay-per-view. I'll take that, and that. Dollar bill, y'all. So, the new totals. Still in the lead, the man they call Meathead at 985. David Hero at 720. In third place, with a little bit of a gap now, Damian Nelson, 605. In fourth place, we haven't had a fourth place person in a while, is Andrew Baydala at 575. And Linda Kay is in the fifth position with 520.
So, do I get a honorable mention point, as they mentioned how Tommaso Ciampa is going to return to TV this week?
No.
Oh. He has to physically be there, live and in person, not just...
Yeah.
Okay.
Real quick, too, and I do have some empathy for you, Linda. I don't give sympathy, I give empathy.
Okay.
One of your guys on Team Longtime won a title match today on Saturday, but unfortunately it was on television, so it counts for nothing. Mr. Brody Lee, the new TNT champion.
Right. But, we're right on the heels of All Out, so...
Hopefully it's defended on the pay-per-view.
It has to. It better. Come on,
It won't be defended against Cody, because Cody was carried off on a stretcher.
Well,
so we'll have to talk to Damian this week and see if we can console him, because Damian's first overall, the number one pick, was Cody, and Cody is down. So there's a chance, Linda, you could catch up to third place, because Damian just lost Cody.
Yeah.
Folks, that is our special edition Sunday PWR today. I hope everyone's enjoyed their ham and rolls after Mass. I hope that you have been barbecuing today or whatever it is you do on Sundays, because tonight is WWE SummerSlam. Big points tonight. Lyndon and I will be back tomorrow morning with a SummerSlam recap, PWR draft total update, and much more. So for Linda Kay, I'm the man they call Meathead. Hey, thanks for stopping by on a Sunday. So long, everyone.